Hello everyone, this presentation is for class 6, subject chemistry, chapter number 1, Introduction to Chemistry. In today's presentation, children, you will learn about the chemical apparatus used in chemistry laboratory and some of the safety rules that everyone must follow in the chemistry laboratory. Children, now we are starting with the first topic, that is apparatus used in chemistry laboratory. The first apparatus which is used in chemistry laboratory is test tube. Test tube is a small tube made up of glass. Then what are the uses of test tubes which are used in chemistry laboratory? Test tubes, they are used to heat small quantities of liquids or mix different liquids while making a solution. Now, one precaution you have to take care while heating liquids in a test tube, always keep the mouth of the test tube away from your face. Second one is test tube stand. Test tube stand is made up of two types, either a wooden or a plastic test tube stand. It is divided into two parts. Now you can see in the diagram. First one is holes, second one is pegs. Holes are used to hold several test tubes and pegs, they are vertical in position. They are used to place the wash test tubes for the water to drain out. Children, now the third chemical apparatus is beaker. Beaker is a cylindrical glass or plastic vessel used for holding or measuring small quantities of liquids. In laboratory, mostly four different sizes of beakers are available, like 50 ml beaker, 100 ml beaker, 250 ml beaker, and 500 ml beaker. Fourth chemical apparatus is flask. Flask is used to store or heat liquid substances. Flasks are of two types. First one is the conical flask, second one is the round bottom flask. Now children, based on their shape only these names are given. The flask which is in cone shape, that is known as conical flask. The flask which is in round shape, they are known as round bottom flask. Fifth apparatus is tripod stand. This stand is made up of iron. It is used for supporting a glass apparatus while heating liquids or solids on them. For example, children, if you want to heat a solution which is in the conical flask, so what you can do, you can keep that conical flask over this tripod stand. Sixth one is wire gauge. It is used to place on tripod stand while heating substances because it helps to spread the flame uniformly, means when you will keep a container which is having a solution on the tripod stand, below this we have to keep the wire gauge, and this wire gauge will provide the flame uniformly in all the directions. Children, the seventh apparatus is funnel. Funnel is made up of glass or plastic. It is used for filtering liquids and pouring liquid from one vessel to another. Eighth one is filter paper. Filter paper has tiny pores that allows water to pass through and do not allow particles of insoluble substances to go through them. For example, if we have to separate the insoluble substances like solid and liquid mixture, then we can use funnel and filter paper. What we have to do, we have to place filter paper over the funnel and we have to pass the solid liquid mixture. Then what we will observe, that the solid particles, they will settle down on the filter paper, and the liquid, it can easily pass through the funnel, and that liquid is known as filtrate. Ninth apparatus is tong. Tongs, they are made up of steel or iron. They are used to hold hot apparatus. Now, why tongs are used to hold the hot apparatus while performing the experiment? Because they are heat resistant. Instead of holding the beaker or test tube with hand, tongs are used in chemistry laboratory. Children, now the 10th apparatus is retort. Retort is a apparatus made up of glass. It is used in distillation experiments. 11th one is china dish. It is used to heat or evaporate liquid substances. They are generally good insulators and can withstand with high temperature. China dish is mainly used for boiling, evaporating solution and crystallization processes. 12th apparatus is delivery tubes. They are thin glass tubes used to pass gases from one container to another. For example, if you have prepared any gas in the laboratory, so that gas you can transfer to the another container with the help of the delivery tube. They are basically U-shaped or bent tubes. Now the next apparatus is gas jar. Gas jar is a long cylindrical jar. Now if you see in the diagram of gas jar, it is a long cylindrical tube with a broad base and broad opening. This gas jar is used to collect the gases which are formed during the experiment. Then after that next is glass rod. Glass rod is used to stir liquid. Means if you want to mix two liquid quickly, then you can make use of glass rod. Next one is trough. A trough is a container which is made up of glass and it is of two shape, either the ball shape or a rectangular shape. Now this trough or this container is used to hold the liquids. Pipette. Pipette is the next chemical apparatus which is used for transferring small quantities of liquid from one container to another. For example, if you have to transfer 10 ml of liquid from a beaker to the conical flask, means from one container to the another container. So that 10 ml of liquid you can transfer with the help of the pipette. After that, next is capillary tube. Now capillary tube is used for transferring counted drops of liquid from one container to another. Means if 2 drops, 3 drops, 4 drops you have to transfer from one container to another container, then we are using capillary tube in the chemistry laboratory. Then after that next is thistle funnel. Now thistle funnel is used to allow entry of reactant into a flask. For example, whenever a chemical reaction take place, you need reactants for the reaction to take place. So if any reactant if it is highly reactive in nature, so directly it is not reacting with the other compound. What we are doing, we are making use of thistle funnel. Thistle funnel you can see in the diagram has the opening on the top. So from that opening we are passing the reactant slowly, then it will react with the other reactant for the chemical reaction to take place. Children, now the 18th apparatus is measuring cylinder. Measuring cylinder is a glass cylinder which is used for measuring volumes of liquid. For example, if you have to measure any liquid in volume like 10 ml, 20 ml, 80 ml, 100 ml, so you can use this measuring cylinder. If you see in the diagram, on this measuring cylinder different volumes are marked. So according to the capacity, you can use that liquid. Next is thermometer. Thermometer is used to measure the temperature of liquids in the experiment. And the thermometer which is used in the experiments, that is known as the laboratory thermometer. Then Bunsen burner. Bunsen burner is used to heat substances in a laboratory. For example, if we want to conduct any chemical reaction in which heat is required, so that heat we can provide with the help of the Bunsen burner. After that, next is spirit lamp. Spirit lamp is used to heat substances on tripod stand. Or we can say that spirit lamp sometimes is used as a substitute of Bunsen burner. 22nd is watch glass. Watch glass is used to evaporate a liquid from its solution or to keep chemicals for use during experiment. So if you want to evaporate any liquid from its solution, you can keep that liquid on the watch glass and then evaporation process will take place. Or whenever we conduct any experiment, any practical in the chemistry laboratory, we need chemicals. So those chemicals which are in the form of salt, we cannot keep in our hand or we cannot keep on the shelf. So what we are using, we are using the watch glass. Then 23rd is beehive shelf. Beehive shelf is used to collect gases by downward displacement of water. So whenever any gas is prepared in the lab, so that gas is collected by the some method. One of that method is downward displacement of water. Now, what is downward displacement of water? It is a method in which those gases are collected which are having less density as compared to the water. Children, now the 24th chemical apparatus is clamp stand. Clamp stand is used to hold flask like beaker, conical flask, round bottom flask and other equipment during the experiment. And then the last one is spatula. Spatula is used to transfer solids from one container to another. For example, if you have to transfer any salt, any chemical from one container to another container during the experiment, so you cannot use your hand directly, you cannot transfer that salt with the help of your hand. So what we are using, we are using spatula. Now our next topic is safety rules in chemistry laboratory. Whenever we go in lab for performing the practicals, we have to follow certain rules. First one, follow written and verbal instruction carefully. Means you have to listen very carefully whatever is written and whatever your teacher instruct you. Second, never work alone in the laboratory. You should always work in the presence of a lab assistant or your teacher. Third, always wear a lab coat, goggles and gloves in the laboratory. Fourth, do not touch any equipment, chemicals or other material in the laboratory area until you are instructed to do so. Fifth one, never taste or inhale chemicals or solutions without permission of instructor, because these chemicals and solutions, they are reactive in nature. Sixth one, keep your hands away from your face, eyes and mouth while using chemicals or lab equipments. Seventh, always you have to be alert while performing the experiment in the laboratory, and if you find anything unsafe, immediately you inform your teacher. Eighth one, wash your hands with soap and water after performing any experiment. Ninth, if you have long hair, they must be tied back. And the last one, report any accident or injury to the teacher immediately. Do not be panic. You can inform your teacher and lab assistant, they will help you. So children, now we conclude chapter number 1. Go through the worksheet which was given earlier for the chapter number 1 and stay home and stay safe.